Hi friends! In this video, I am going to create a character to go onto this set of blocks that you can see at the top of the screen. The blocks are cut from cedar and have all been drilled and are joined by a post so that the blocks can twist. But more about that later. You can see that I have gathered a few other things that I will need for this project. I have a pencil, a black fine point marker, and some pencil crayons, along with some heavy drawing paper to work on. If you are going to make your own character and have other markers, pens, or paints that you would like to use, please do so. I hope that you will create a drawing that is totally unique and completely your own. I also have a pair of scissors and a glue stick handy, and right now I am flipping through a magazine looking for a few things that I would like to use to add some collage elements to my character drawing. And the reason that I want to use a bit of collage in this project is because I have been taking a closer look at the current exhibition at JNAG titled Ode to the Inside Out Questions, featuring artwork by Zotz Collective. You can visit this exhibition from October 2nd, 2020 to March 7th, 2021, and you can register for your visit on our website at jnag.ca. But if it isn't possible for you to visit, I'd like to share a few things with you right now to show you what I've been inspired by and what I hope might inspire you too. The Zotz Collective are a group of artists based in Toronto with roots in Latin America. These artists, Nahum Flores, Eric Jarazano, and Ileana Martinez, all work together drawing, sculpting, and creating. And what's really magic about how they create is that they work in a way that is free-flowing and random. They don't start with a plan or a source drawing, they just create. They each take turns drawing, and they each have a chance to take the drawing into a different direction. They might draw over something or add to it, and really interesting things happen. Let me show you what I mean. Let's look at one of their drawings together and try to see how things morph or change. This one is called Mirror of Contradictions. Now there is a lot to see in this drawing, but very quickly I would like to point out a few things. Do you see how the birds seem to share one tail, and that tail became a human leg with a foot that maybe has stepped into a puddle, or maybe that puddle is a galaxy? And then look at these tree limbs that the birds are resting near. It looks like they have been cut into logs, and yet those tree limbs have hands. This morphing quality to this drawing is something that you can see in other artworks by Zotz as well. Let's take a look at some other drawings by Zotz Collective. And this time, let's look at how the artists have used collage in their work. This one is called Colloquial Encounter. Do you see the airplane in the figure's head? And how the clouds in the sky are within the body? It's almost as if the artists have made a character from a landscape photograph. It also looks as if they've done something to the surface of the paper to fade the color a little and bring those clouds forward. Now let's look at this drawing. Its title is A Singular Apprentice. Once again, the artists have used a cutting from a magazine, this time a portrait. I think it's really great how they've drawn over and around those eyes to tell a totally different story than we would have seen if we were just looking at that page in a magazine. It seems to me that in their images and in how they use materials and even how they collaborate, Zotz Collective wants us to remember that everything on Earth is connected. Before I get started on my drawing, I want to show you the twisting blocks that I will be using. These were included in the October 2020 Make Art Kit, and if you've gotten one of these kits, you will want to notice that the top block has a dot drawn on it, and the bottom block has a square drawn on it. It is possible to slide the top and middle blocks off of the post. The blocks may be heavy and a little rough in some spots, so please be careful. These blocks have been cut and drilled to stack and twist, so that we can attach character drawings to the sides and watch them morph by twisting the blocks. So now I'm ready to start my drawing, and the first thing that I am going to do is trace my blocks so that I will be able to know how much area I have to cover while I work. I am thinking about this drawing in 3 parts, a top, middle, and bottom, so I have also marked the spaces in between the blocks. Friends, depending on the character that you have in mind to draw, you might think of those 3 parts as well. Maybe a head, body, and feet. Maybe a head and fins and a tail. I have my magazine pages here, and I am thinking about how to use them. I want to imagine ways that I can turn these cuttings from magazines into a part of my character. I like these flowers, and for some reason they've reminded me of a flower pot that a friend has that makes plants look like they're growing out of a head. So I'm going to start with that idea as I start on my character. And I think that these pillars are going to make my legs. I'm going to cut them out. I like the green and gold colors in these pillars, my legs, so I will give my character shoes to match. And now, to hopefully make everything look unified, I'm going to use my fine point black marker to give everything an outline. Do you remember the foot that was stepping into the puddle, or maybe it was a galaxy that we had seen in one of the drawings by Zotz Collective? Well, I liked that so much that I'm making a few marks around this foot to try and bring some of that into my drawing. Now that I have a head and some feet, I need to sort out what goes in between. I found this colorful drawing of a downtown scene that I really like. It reminds me of the Jane Egg building and being downtown, which I really love, so I'm going to give my character a heart for downtown. I'm doing some scumbling in pencil crayon to fill in this space with a bit of texture, and then I will glue my hearts over top. I'm thinking of it as my character's shirt or sweater. I feel like my character is about complete, so I will be moving on to attaching my character to my blocks in the next video. I hope that this video has given you some ideas for creating your own character. Have fun!